I'm sure you've been seeing all of these fancy Arceus decks popping up. Arceus Duraludon, Arceus Umbreon, Arceus Duraludon and Umbreon. But I have a deck that is absolutely insane and shouldn't really work, but it does. And it features Arceus and one super cool Pokemon that I bet you never saw coming. That Pokemon is Chesnaught V. What is going on, everybody? Hitmonchanting here, back again with another Pokemon trading card game online deck tech. Today on PTCG Live, we're taking a look at Arceus V-Star and Chesnaught V. Now, a lot of you might not know this. Chesnaught, one of my favorite Pokemon, my favorite Gen 6 starter. I love Chesnaught, and to see it's, it's ultra rare, actually getting a decent card with a cool ability and being played in a deck now, or being able to be played in a deck now, is absolutely incredible. I saw this deck on Twitter from Oscar Madsen, and you know what? I honestly just wanted to try it out. I was like, this deck is so cool, I love Chesnaught, we're gonna play it, and we're gonna see how it does. It obviously stars the titular Arceus V-Star with that Trinity Nova attack and that Star Birth ability, which I'm sure is very well known at this point by everybody because it is so strong. But we also have Chesnaught V, and I bet you're thinking, what does Chesnaught V do? Needleline, its ability reads, for if your active Pokemon, or your active Chesnaught V, is damaged by an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, put 3 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon. So if you have a bunch of Chesnaught V, you got one in the active, a couple on the bench, they're taking 3 damage counters when they hit into your active for every Chesnaught V you have on the field. So if you have 3 Chesnaught V in play and your opponent attacks your active Chesnaught V, they're taking 90 damage in return, which is pretty awesome. Now, Grass is a very slept on type right now because we have things like Umbreon V Max running around, we have Tyranitar V running around. Needleline is really good against Gardevoir and Lost Box decks that can't afford to lose too much HP when they attack. This card is really good against, so I'm very excited to play the deck today. We have 4 of those Chesnaught V as well as 1 Drapion V in here, just so you know we can counter Mew VMAX, 1 Radiant Tsareena to heal, as well as a 1/1 Kricketune line, so we can make Chesnaught even chunkier. We also are rocking 3 Professor's Research, 3 Iono, 2 Boss, 1 Serena, and 1 Arven, which I'll get to the Arven in just a second, as well as 2 Adventures, Discovery, and 1 Raihan. I don't know if I said Raihan already. Now, Arven is in here because we can get, tools like Bravery Charm or Choice Belt, which can help our Chesnaught hit for a bit more damage or be a little bit tankier when the need be. We're also playing 4 Nest Ball, 4 Ultra Ball, nothing super insane in here, as well as 1 Hisuian Heavy Ball to get our prized Pokemon out of the prizes. We have 3 Switch Carts for switching and for healing, and 3 Calamitous Wasteland, which is really cool. It lets the retreat cost of non-basic fighting Pokemon be 1 colorless energy more, which is really good against cards like Gardevoir because they want to be pivoting their Mew in and out of the active. Really good against Lost Box because they like to pivot a lot and they're going to be retreating at some point, so this can be very disruptive to their game plan. And basically just anything that's going to be a basic and retreating Pokemon, this card is going to put a foil in their plans. We're also going to be playing a couple of different kinds of energy in here. Obviously we have 8 grass energy, nothing too wild, as well as 2 V-Guard energy to help us be even tankier against Pokemon V, V-Star, and V-Max, and 4 double turbo energy to power up our Arceus V and V-Star fairly easily. That's the list, and I'm super excited to play it. So we're gonna hop into some games right now and get some dubs with Chesnaught V. Our opponent is calling the coin flip. Tails never fails. That's what I always say. And we're gonna see, what they flip. They did choose heads, so if they get heads, they'll get to choose if they want to go first. But we're gonna take a peek and see what we get. We did get tails, so we're absolutely gonna go first. Going first, very strong in Arceus decks because you want to get your Pokemon powered up easier and faster than your opponent, obviously. Now, this is a pretty solid start. I can't complain. We've got Arceus plus attachment. Honestly, that's all we need. There is nothing more that we really need than this kind of hand. We got Ultra Ball to get some Arceus V-Stars. We're going to be good. We're going against United Wings, which should be a cakewalk for us, let's be honest. So we got Chesnaught. We'll go for Hisuian Heavy Ball. Grab another Chesnaught off of the prizes. And honestly, this is a very simple game plan here. We'll literally just attach and we'll pass. I want to save Ultra Ball in case we get, I don't know, in case they have a judge or something wacky in the deck, which is going to make us shuffle our head and put it at the bottom, or not put it at the bottom, like shuffle our hand into our deck and judge, basically. They're playing Path, also good. That's why I wanted to keep the Calamitous Wasteland around, because no use playing it down right now. Them retreating isn't going to do much, so I want to make sure we have a bump to Path to the Peak so we can use Arceus V STAR BRS and get the rest of the pieces that we need. Now they have a Serena over here, which is definitely going to be a discard. It would have been interesting if they were to boss up our Chesnaught and try and stall, but knowing that they just went for the Insta-Flock on Flamigo, they basically had to go for a discard to get their United Wings Pokemon in the discard pile. Only 2 Pokemon in the discard right now. They did actually get rid of a collapsed stadium, which is telling me that they don't have any other stadiums. Most United Wings lists only play 2 stadiums. And now we are going to be good to go here. We'll drop that Calamitous Wasteland and go for Arceus V Star. I'd like to go for the Star Birth right away. Don't want to play any games here. Definitely think I just want to grab Double Turbo for sure. And I could grab Adventurer's Discovery, but I kind of want to just try my luck with a research, to be honest with you. I want a little bit more. So this is what I want to do. I'm definitely just going to grab that research as well. I'll Ultra Ball away the Serena and the Grass Energy. And how I want to do this is I'll grab, I think Kricketot is a bit more important to have right now. So play down that Kricketot, we'll attach that Double Turbo to Arceus, and boom, big research. I think it's fine to knock out Murkrow here. And we get Nest Ball, which is something else that's pretty good. So we'll drop that Bravery Charm, and we'll go for a Nest Ball here. Let's just make sure we have enough energies in the deck. We should be fine for a full charge. Yeah, we got 4 grass, so that's okay. And I'll just grab another Chesnaught. Serena can wait. We don't quite need Serena right now. And it's just time for a big Trinity Nova. We can knock out that Murkrow very easily and put 3 grass energy on our Pokemon. All going to be on this Chesnaught. Now I want to Kricketot down because the maximum amount of damage that they can do in United Wings is going to be 240. That's with all the United Wings Pokemon in the discard pile. And with obviously a Ditto attacking. So, and provided they're not using a Double Turbo. So they need a lot to get to that damage cap. The reason I want to get Kricketune down is because obviously we want these other Chesnaughts to be able to survive that 240 HP buffer. The quicker we get Kricketot down, the harder it is for them to take a surprise knockout. And you know, obviously not too much going on right here. They have 3 Pokemon in discard. They have a Double Turbo. They're not still going to be doing that much. Here comes an Ultra Ball, potentially discarding more Pokemon. Get rid of Watchel and Pal Pad. Not too shabby, I will say so myself, but we're gonna wait and see. They're grabbing another Kirlia, so the thing that I find is obviously they have a really solid line of Kirlias up right now, and they have a big research, so they can get a lot of Pokemon, but not researching any Pokemon away feels kind of bad. So they are gonna see 4 more potential cards after that research. So here comes a Ditto getting prepared. It's also Double Turbo energy, so they're gonna start attacking with Flamigo. And yeah, there's that. Another Ditto. So they're basically fully prepped. They're just going to start getting more Pokemon in the discard pile. I don't think that this Arceus is going to be knocked out next turn. Depends what they draw right here. They have 5 in the discard. They're doing 80 damage right now. Maybe we're going to be doing 100 damage. They're going to be doing 100 damage after that Double Turbo. And here's Hisuian Heavy Ball. Probably getting another Pokemon out of the prize cards. At Flamigo, yeah. So I'm confident in this. Oh, they do have an Ultra Ball, so they are potentially 2-shotting us. Yeah, they're definitely in the 2-shot range right now. And they have Buddy Catch Gallade, which is why Iono is going to be so good right here. Yeah, Iono is the play. There's United Wings for 140, so it's imperative that we get Serena down right now. We do get Switch Cart, which isn't helpful just yet, but I think I'd rather just burn this Heavy Ball. You grab Arceus and put it in the back of the deck in case we need it. Probably think a lot of supporters is not that great, but I think I want to just Iono here. I'll take out their Flamigo. If our Arceus gets knocked out next turn, that's fine. I'm just kind of banking on us doing getting set up a little bit more. And yeah, we're just gonna Trinity Nova, get rid of this Flamigo, and get 2 more grass energies. So we're gonna put 1 here and 1 here. We do have access to Raihan still, so Raihan can power up this 3rd Chesnaught if we need it. But basically, all I want to do here, we have research for next turn too, which is awesome. I just want to put this V-Guard on this Chesnaught V. I mean, it's not really going to matter, but it is an additional energy we can attach. Put down Choice Belt for whatever reason, and then we can start hitting away. This Arceus is definitely getting knocked out, but now we're going to be able to start doing the really funny thing where we can just knock out whatever they bring at us they can attack us, but then they're getting knocked out the turn after anyways. So we're basically going to be trading 2 for 2, but every time they attack us, we're going to be taking a knockout as well. So I think we're in a really good spot here. I'm not too concerned. I think it was worth it to save that Arceus's, to use that Arceus's Trinity Nova instead of retreating it and baiting them to attack the Chesnaught, because I like to have these Chesnaughts powered up because we still have all our switch cards, so we can switch cart them out in and out of the active after. Yeah, I haven't played any switch cards yet. So if we can do that, we can start switch carding and healing and touchdown. The attack of Chesnaught V also heals 30 damage, so we're gonna be chilling, as they say in the business. Yeah, the only thing we're not knocking out with Chesnaught's needle line is what's it called? Flamigos right now, and I guess Buddy Catch Gallade we're not going to be knocking out. So it's just we just kind of have to be careful with how we format this. We should still have a boss left, or actually we have both our bosses left because we didn't discard the other one. We just Ionoed it to the bottom. So I'm pretty confident right here, I will say. Don't even think it's worth attaching that Choice Belt to anything in our hand. We're literally just going to put that V-Guard down, and off we go. Now, I wasn't even paying attention. I don't think they played a supporter this turn, so they might try and boss up the Kricketot, which would be like mildly annoying, but doesn't really matter. Path to the Peak is pretty bad, but thankfully we have Calamitous Wasteland in hand still, and I very heavily doubt that... Did they play Research just now? They did play Research, okay. Unless they refined it away. Anyways, I very heavily doubt they play a 4th stadium in this deck. Thankfully, we have one Calamitous Wasteland in the discard, one in our hand, and one in deck, so we should be able to find it. Here's United Wings hitting for 200, and now we'd be in a bad spot if we couldn't get rid of this Path of the Peak, I would say. However, this Chesnaught, impossible for it to get knocked out. There's literally no world in which it gets KO'd here. So this is good. Our other Calamitous Wasteland being in hand is not good. Kind of just want to save it for now, I think. In the case that they play another path, because if they play another path, we'd be screwed. So I'm just going to touchdown. I just want to play it safe. We can do 130. It's like actually impossible for them to knock out this Chesnaught unless they have something like a Lost Vacuum. I'd much rather play this Iono next turn. But yeah, we can probably just knock out this Ditto here. We can touchdown, heal some damage. We can Iono, put this Calamitous Wasteland to the bottom. They do have a lot of draw power, which is why I'm kind of worried for us to get rid of that Calamitous Wasteland, because knowing that they play 3 stadiums in this deck means they might play a 4th, and if they play that 4th path, we would be really, really bad, in a really bad spot. Because we also wanted to have access to Radiant Tsareena later in the game too, because obviously we want to be able to, we want to be able to heal all this damage very quickly. With touchdown, we're healing 30, Radiant Tsareena is healing another 20, and then we can switch card to heal 30 additionally. We should have our other Charm of Courage in the deck as well, so we're going to be chilling, I think. I keep saying we're going to be chilling, you know? Do I have any evidence to back that up? I mean, well, look at the board. Look at the board state. We got some evidence on here. But I'm just curious to see kind of where this goes. They played the Clara, or else I could very easily see a bossing up the Kricketot next turn. But I think the Kricketune, us finding it might come as a bit of a surprise to them. So we'll see what happens here. I'll attach this double turbo to Chesnaught. Here's United Wings for 240 damage. We'd be screwed if we didn't have that Charm of Courage. But our Needle Line is going to knock out that Ditto. And now we are going to be in a fantastic spot because they're not taking a KO. We're taking a KO off of that, like off of the Needle Line, and off of this next turn, unless they bring up Gallade, which they didn't bring up Gallade. So we are going to be in an okay spot. Radiant Tsareena is just the Pokemon I wanted to see because we can Elegant Heal and heal a bunch of this damage off. Now, I think I'll just put the double turbo here, and I want to Iono them just to be safe. I think that that's the right call. I don't want to research and get rid of important Pokemon. And we have boss for next turn, which is awesome. So we will just go for the touchdown here. We will do 130 and heal 30 from us, so they can obviously knock out this Chesnaught next turn. But if they knock out the Chesnaught, they get knocked out too and we just win the game. Or they can boss something else up, but then we just knock it out anyway with touchdown and then we win the game. So there's not like a whole lot of play here They can try and Iono us, but yeah, there's like nothing they could do that would win them that game, because we have game next turn. So here's the Chesnaught V deck coming in clutch. Our opponent is calling the coin flip. Tails never fails, that's what I always say. And we are going to get to see what they call, get to see what they're playing. Lightning type coin could mean Miraidon, and Miraidon is a bit tough for us, we will say. Excuse me, but we're gonna see. They chose heads, which means we got tails, and tails always pulls through in times of need. Just like I said, we're absolutely going to go first here. So, playing an Arceus deck, just want Arceus and energy as a start. Don't want anything crazy. Would have been, like, this would have been a great start. If we had Arceus, energy, we just wait. That's it. We literally just have to wait after that. We could play Bravery Charm too, so they couldn't knock us out with Miraidon if that's what they're playing. I guess it would have been a great hand. Now just curious to see what happens next. We get still a decent start, honestly. We could play, yeah, we still have an okay start. Adventurous Discovery, crazy card in this deck. We have Arceus V-STAR for our additional cards. We're beautiful. We are perfect right now. This is awesome. If we were going second, I'd say, yeah, this is a much worse start. But it is Miraidon, and you know what? Yeah, I'm not mad at this at all. We get Chesnaught. We'll play Chesnaught. Like, now, this is where I have my dilemma of, do I play the Bravery Charm on the Chesnaught? But I actually, like, genuinely think it's so much more important to put on the active right now, because if they get to their Miraidon plus Switch, which these decks are built around, right? They're built around that. If they get to it and they knock out Arceus, we're in a way worse spot. So this Bravery Charm on the Arceus V, I think, is really important here, especially in this matchup. Like, that's like crucial. So, yeah, I'm content with how this hand is going. What I get off my Starbirth next turn is very dependent on what we draw, because I want to grab more Chesnaughts with Adventurous Discovery, obviously. I want to grab a Kricketot for the Kricketune, but I'm also tempted to just grab a supporter, like an Iono, to literally just flush this hand away and draw some more cards. Like, I would want to research for that extra card, but I don't think it's worth getting rid of Kricketune. I think having the extra HP is so strong right now, especially because they don't have any, what's it called? They don't have any Regieleckis in play, so we just have a way stronger of a start here. There's probably going to be one Regieleki they grab off the tandem unit. Yeah, that makes sense to me. This is a very sensible Miraidon start. I'm suspecting a research to happen right now. They do Forest Seal, which is potentially a research, so we're going to have to wait and see what they decide to grab. Could be tough, but like I said, because we have Bravery Charm, they're bossing. Okay, so now I know what I'm getting off the Starbirth now. It's just double turbo plus Switch. We have Adventurous Discovery and we're going crazy. So here's this, the Regieleki V. Good thing about this is it's very unlikely, unless they're playing Choice Belt, that they knock out our Chesnaught here. And if they hit into the Chesnaught, if they really want to, we can just leave it on the bench, power up our other Chesnaughts, and they're just going to take damage from it. So this is like, look, I think it's actually a huge mistake if they attack into this Chesnaught. It's actually better for us if they attack into this Chesnaught here. They got 2 energy. But do they have the Switch? If they have the Switch and they hit into this Chesnaught, I'm going to be a happy guy. And I don't have to tell you why. They have the energy to switch. Because of the Needle Line, we can just knock out their Raikou with, with Trinity Nova next turn. So, was doing that damage really worth it to a card we're going to switch out of the active anyway? You know what I mean? Like, this Needle Line here is actually so crucial. It's game defining. They're going to fleet-footed. Maybe they have Bravery Charm. Maybe they have a, that's basically all that could save them from this scenario, to be honest with you, is a Bravery Charm. They're just going to Lightning Ronda. 140 isn't even bad, because between Switch Cart and, between Switch Cart and Radiant Tsareena, we're going to be a-okay. Grab another Chesnaught off the top, that's wonderful. So I just want to... It's even worth Adventurous Discovering at this point, though. I could just research this away. Again, I do need Kricketune. But you know what? We're going to Starbirth first. We're going to play this logically. We'll Starbirth. We have 2 Chesnaught. We have Kricketot. So I think the Starbirth is definitely Switch Cart plus double turbo. Then we go into a bit of a top deck mode, but at that point, it's not gonna matter too much. We do have our other Bravery Charm in here. We're a little thin in the energy department. Not too bad though. Prize an Iono. Everything else is pretty solid. This is okay. Yeah, I think Adventurous Discovery is still the right play. Just grab 2 other Chesnaught. We can grab another Arceus. Don't think we really want to use it though, but we can drop all these Chesnaughts down. We can attach that Switch Cart into Arceus. I'm gonna heal a little bit of damage. And from here, it's literally just Trinity Nova for the knockout. Plus, we get to put all of these energies onto our Chesnaught's, and we're gonna power up any of them that's not that one, obviously. And then hopefully in a couple turns from now, I mean preferably next turn, we start getting Radiant Tsareena down. Nest Ball, perfect. Get Radiant Tsareena down. We start healing that Chesnaught. And like I said, as soon as they knock out this Arceus, we Nest Ball, we get Kricketune, we get Radiant Tsareena, and then we just start healing this bench Chesnaught, and we start preparing for the next turn. Like I said, that 30 damage from the needle line, actually game changing. Actually just game changing. Like there's no other way to put it. You know, here comes some Raihan EX, and depending on what they have in their hand, it's probably very easy for them to take a knockout here. They literally need Generator, Attach, or Flaffy. Well, I mean, they would need both Regielekis as well. Regieleki VMAXs. So we'll see what they get here. Radiant Greninja. That's a great sign for us because it means that they don't have much going on. If they're Ultra Balling for Radiant Greninja, they're definitely banking on that concealed cards, which is good for us because we can just keep turning over and over and over again. And as they say, Bob's your uncle, you know? Here's another Ultra Ball coming out. They did not have anything in their hands, so I'm expecting the Flappy just so they can start getting the powering up Pokemon here. And them getting put into top deck mode is incredible for us. If I draw an Iono, I ain't playing it. If I draw Boss, I'm taking out that Flaffy 100%. There's no world I don't take out that Flaffy because I don't have anything else on the board. So yeah, we're gonna see. I'm feeling very good about this game. I just want to get the play that Nest Ball. I want to get the what's it called? I want to get Radiant Tsareena down, start healing that Chesnaught, and then we're gonna be a-okay. Yeah, that's it. We're gonna see what we draw into here. Ultra Ball. We don't need Ultra Ball. I guess we can just use it to thin because we can grab ourselves. I mean, we can grab the Kricketot for next turn or whenever they knock out the Arceus. That's fine because we can put Serena down. I'll attach this double turbo to this Chesnaught V here. We can elegant heal. And we'll get that 20 damage off, and boom, Trinity Nova, we're doing 180. They hit a Chesnaught, that thing gets knocked out, and now this is the remaining 3 grass energy. So we can put 2 here and 1 on another Chesnaught. That way we can use Raihan if we do grab it off of our prize cards and power up another Chesnaught effectively if we need to, but I like to spread this energy out a little bit. So we're gonna literally just see what's going on in their hand. They don't knock out the Arceus, we just keep swinging away. We got the army of Chesnaughts. Now the Electric Generator is a bit scary for us, but they can't retreat this Miraidon anywhere. So I might even be a bit greedy and retreat this Arceus into a Chesnaught and swing with the Chesnaught. So if they hit with Regieleki, there's nothing they can do against it. Excuse me, I mean, obviously if they hit with Regieleki, they're going to take a lot of damage, that's what I mean. Obviously they can just do damage themselves, which is bad, but I think we're in a decent spot. V-Guard energy is good too. First things first, elegant heal, we don't want to forget that. So we're going to heal that damage off. And now this V-Guard can go on this Chesnaught, and we're going to retreat into this, this Chesnaught. There's no reason not to go into the ones doing max damage. And we'll just touch down. And we'll do 130. Now, if they hit into us, we're not doing much in return, but we're doing a lot in return, but our attack isn't doing a lot in return, if you know what I mean. So we are gonna see what happens here. We did get our other grass energy off the prizes, so we can have another fully powered up Chesnaught. ready and good to go. Here comes this Regieleki with Lightning Wall, which is going to be a little bit annoying for us, but like I said, it's not the end of the world because Touchdown is going to heal, Radiant Tsareena is going to heal. They're going to take damage from the Needle Line if they like to attack. Here comes the boss's orders, which oh, that kind of surprised me. I thought they would go for Radiant Tsareena. Again, they wouldn't be able to knock it out, but them taking damage from Needle Line is really tough. I think anything else would have been better for them. If they targeted Arceus, it would have been better, because not knowing that we have this energy in hand, it's harder for them. It's harder for them to believe that we can retreat that Arceus after. But the Lightning Wall, not exactly going to be the worst thing in the world. Needle Line's going to do 120 damage in return to them. So if they want to knock out this Chesnaught, we just win the game, basically, after. So it's kind of a trap, that Chesnaught V in the active spot right now. We have this grass energy, so we can start powering up some of our other Pokemon. But at this point, I don't know if it's something I want to do. We'll just Elegant heal first, and we'll heal these. And I mean, we do have other double turbos, so I'm gonna just power up Chesnaught and pass. Not very exciting turn, but we're, like I said, we're in such a good spot, and the deck set up well, and it did its thing. So if they want a Lightning Wall and end the game, they certainly can. But if they want to stay in it, they're gonna have to pass, or at least retreat into Regieleki V and go for a switching bolt, but that's not going to do too much. They did get an Iono though, which could be potentially destructive for us, but we drew into 2 supporters, so not really that destructive, unfortunately. Iono's a lie. Iono, the card, good on paper. In practice, your opponent always gets what they need, so I don't know how good it really is. Here's a Dynamotor from Flaffy. I know what I'm doing next turn. Doesn't matter. It does literally not matter what they do this turn. I'm dropping the big Professor's Research and drawing the big 7 cards. Regieleki V Max is scary because they can hit into us, but we're going to do 120 to them. If we, what's it called? In return, we're doing 120. If we can find Choice Belt Office Research, we can just win the game next turn. So it really depends, because we find Choice Belt, we're doing 160 damage, and they take 120. No, wait, what am I talking about? We don't win the game next turn. Never mind me. Never mind me. We make the game a lot closer next turn if we find that Choice Belt. But I'm fully expecting this Chesnaught V to get knocked out here. I think that that's the obvious choice. They got a lot more gas in the tank right now with that electric generator. They can start powering up some Miraidons, and Miraidons are scary, especially when we don't have Kricketune down. Because when we don't have Kricketune down, the Miraidons can just easily pick off our Chesnaughts. So we're going to have to see, they're going to choose a new active, which is going to be that Regieleki, which makes sense. Now this Max Thunder and Lightning is going to knock out our Chesnaught, but we're going to put a lot of pressure back on the Regieleki V Max. So I'm not like super concerned about it. This is just a side note. Don't like how they do this animation here with the abilities. It's not very bueno. But I do like seeing them taking 120 damage for no reason. That makes my heart happy. So they get to take 2 prizes, and now we basically have like 2 turns, give or take, to take 2 prizes here. So we're just gonna see, they can realistically just go into Miraidon and rotate, but we just need to find boss here. So we're gonna bring this Chesnaught up. There's a couple of things we need to find. Another V-Guard is good. I think I want to put this V-Guard on, I guess I want to put it on Arceus. I think that that's the play, because then we can go up with an Arceus that they can't knock out. No, it's probably better on Chesnaught. Who am I kidding? We'll go for the big research here. Now we do have boss for next turn. We have Switch Cart, which doesn't matter right now, but Calamitous Wasteland is good. But I don't even want to play it. Only if they play Beach Court do I want to drop that Calamitous Wasteland down, because they can just what's it called? They can just switch with another Regieleki. So yeah, right now I'm content with this hand. Just want a touchdown. We'll do 130, and that's it. Don't want to do too much. Now, because of this V-Guard energy, they can't take a knockout with Regieleki V Max, so they need to use Miraidon. Thankfully, we have boss in hand, so we just go boop, bring me that Regieleki VMAX up, and then we just go, you know, touchdown, goodbye, see you later, you know, we just touchdown like football, I guess. Yeah, they gained a lot more steam here. They got another Ultra Ball just looking to thin the deck, I'm guessing. They have a lot more energy in play because of the Flaffy here. And now I'm just looking to see how this game pans out. I don't want to jinx it, so I'm going to knock on wood. The deck is partially made of wood. That they don't have Iono, because that would be really bad. Like, that'd be really hard for us. But they do have it. Iono is the comeback card, but we're going to get into boss right away. See? Told you. We got into it. So they can do however much they want here. But Serena is here to save the day. And we can just bring up that Regieleki VMAX, save in the active, and say, you know what? It was nice of you to stop by. But come here and, you know, we touch down for the knockout. So they're coming up with this Miraidon, which does enough damage to knock out our Chesnaught. Thankfully, we got 2 Chesnaughts ready to go here. Oh, they're not even going to attack? Okay. That's unfortunate for them anyway. But, I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense. They don't want us to have a guaranteed KO next turn. So, but yeah, we just take those prizes. A little bit uneventful, but we did get the boss off the Iono. And that's the win from Chesnaught V against Miraidon EX. That's crazy. That's actually insane. So what did you think of this Arceus V-Star and Chesnaught V deck? This deck is so fun to play. Has pretty decent matchups actually into a lot of the metagame right now. I just do think, like, if only touchdown just a little bit more damage. It touched down and just needed to do a little bit more in order to be more viable. Needle Line is a super cool ability. There's not a lot of paths to the peak happening right now. So this is a good time to play Chesnaught V if you ever want to, like myself. And yeah, that's basically all I have to say about the deck. I want to know what you have to say about the deck, though. Please comment down below and let me know. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to the channel. I know it was a little bit on the longer side, but I'm posting 2 new Pokemon trading card game videos every single week here on the Hitmonchanting channel, and I would be stoked if you would subscribe to the channel because I'm posting a lot of interesting content coming up in the next couple of weeks and months, so you're going to want to stay tuned for that. Do you know? Tell me what you think of this deck. Let me know what you like, what you dislike, what you want to keep, what you would change about it. Personally, I don't know how much I would change about this deck, honestly. I think that this is the way to play it. Sometimes it sucks if you dead draw, but you shouldn't dead draw if you kind of play your resources correctly and you sequence properly. So yeah, that's basically all I have to say. You know, like this video if you enjoyed, subscribe to the channel and comment down below. And with all that's said and done, Hitmonchanting out.